Now in this video I'm going to destroy Uber Lilith on Torment 4 with a ball lightning build in Season 10. And I'm not using any Uber unique gears as I have not found any yet. I am using Chaos Armor as they will greatly increase your stats and they can be easily farmed by doing Infernal Hordes. And as you can see, checking out my gear, I'm not using any Uber unique gears. I will also quickly go over my gear, skill, and Paragon Board after the fight. But I will have a fully dedicated video explaining everything in details in a future video, so stay tuned. Okay, so now let's start the fight. Now this build has so much defense and survivability that it can tank Uber Lilith's wave attacks. Okay, so I finished her off in phase 1. Now let's begin phase 2. And in phase 2, I can instantly destroy Uber Lilith, skipping all the mechanics. And there you have it. Uber Lilith is destroyed with this ball lightning build. Now really quickly checking out my gear, and I'm just going to quickly show my gear, but I'll go over everything in more details in another video. So for the helmet, I'm using the Chaos Helm, the Kron's Talisman. For the chest piece, I'm using the Chaos Armor, Crown of Lucian. For the gloves, I'm using the Chaos Gloves, the Flicker Step. And for the pants, I'm using the Chaos Pants, the Banished Lord's Talisman. But depending on where you get these Chaos Armor, you can switch them around. Next, these are the boots I'm using. This is my one-handed weapon. This is the amulet I'm using. And for the first ring, I'm using the unique ring, the Galvanic Azurite. And for the second unique ring, I'm using the Taurash's ring. And for the offhand, I'm using the Akun's Catalyst, which will allow your ball lightnings to orbit around you. Next for the Chaos perk. Now for the unique Chaos perk, I'm using Mana Shield, which will reduce my maximum life, will gain you tons of mana and mana regeneration. And when you take damage, you'll deal damage to your mana before your life. And for the Chaos perks, I'm using Marred Guard, Advanced Techniques, and Power Siphon. Okay, next for the skill tree, for the basic skills. Now you just need 2 points in the basic skill to get to the next skill path. Next, these are the core skills I took. And for the defensive skills, I took Flame Shield and then Teleport. Next for the conjuration skills, I'm taking Lightning Spear and I'm also taking Familiar. Next for the mastery skills, I'm using Blizzard to regain my mana. And of course I'm using ball lightning, which is my main source of damage. And for the ultimate skills, I'm using Unstable Currents. And last but not least, for the key passive, I'm using Overflowing Energy. And this is just to reduce the cooldown of my shock skills when crackling energy hits an enemy. And last but not least, for the Paragon Board. Now for the starter board, I'm using the Tactician Glyph. Next, I'm using Ceaseless Conduit and using the Destruction Glyph. The next Paragon Board I'm using is Enchantment Master. And the glyph I'm using is Charged. Then heading this way, the next Paragon Board I'm using is Frigid, and the glyph I'm using is Adept. And the last Paragon Board I'm using is Searing Heat, and the glyph I'm using is Eliminator. Okay, so I just quickly went over everything I'm using for this ball lightning build, but I'll go over the full setup, going over and explaining everything in details in another video, so stay tuned. And of course,